Name: Emberthorn the Enchanter. Description: Emberthorn is a majestic dragon animatronic, standing over 8 feet tall with intricately detailed scales shimmering in hues of deep crimson and smoldering gold. Its wingspan stretches wide, showcasing ethereal membranes that catch the eerie glow of its flickering LED-lit eyes. Features: animating wings. Emberthorn's colossal wings gracefully unfold, creating a breathtaking spectacle as they simulate the dragon's majestic flight. Flaming breath effect. A fog machine hidden within the animatronic emits a burst of fog, creating the illusion of Emberthorn breathing a plume of mystical flames. Roaring soundtrack. The animatronic produces a powerful and resonant dragon roar, immersing the surroundings in the mythical ambience of a dragon's lair. Posable neck and head. Emberthorn's neck and head move in a lifelike manner, allowing it to survey its enchanted realm or engage with onlookers. Illuminated scales. LED lights embedded in Emberthorn's scales create a dynamic display, with the colors shifting to evoke the dragon's magical nature. Backstory. Legend has it that Emberthorn the Enchanter was awakened from centuries of slumber by the mystical energy of a long-forgotten incantation. Once a guardian of ancient realms, this spirit dragon now emerges during the Halloween season to enchant and captivate. With its animated wings, roaring presence, and magical breath, Emberthorn beckons all who dare to step into its realm, promising an unforgettable and fantastical encounter. Name: Zephyr the Jester. Description: Zephyr is a nightmarish clown animatronic, standing at an eerie 7 feet tall. Its grotesque, porcelain-like face wears a sinister grin, framed by wild, rainbow-colored hair. Dressed in a tattered and blood-stained jester's costume, Zephyr holds a wickedly sharp dagger in one hand, ready to add a spine-chilling twist to traditional clown antics. Features: sinister laughter. Zephyr's animatronic features include a chillingly authentic and maniacal laughter, sending shivers down the spines of those who dare to approach. Animated dagger play. The clown's hand moves with unsettling precision, performing a twisted juggling act with the gleaming dagger, adding a sinister touch to its chaotic performance. Glowing eyes. Zephyr's eyes light up with an ominous glow, intensifying the horror of its malevolent gaze. Swaying movement. The animatronic sways and contorts in an uncanny dance, creating an unnerving atmosphere reminiscent of a deranged carnival sideshow. Interactive sensor. Zephyr reacts to nearby motion or sound, ensuring an unpredictable and frightful experience for anyone who crosses its path. Backstory. Zephyr the Jester was once the entertainer of a long-forgotten carnival, where laughter turned to terror. Legend has it that Zephyr met an unfortunate fate, and his vengeful spirit now roams the shadows of the carnival grounds, forever trapped in a nightmarish performance. Encounter Zephyr if you dare, as he brings a malevolent twist to the world of sinister circus antics at Spirit Halloween. Name: Lycan the Lunar Menace. Description: Lycan is a fearsome werewolf animatronic, standing at an imposing 7 feet tall, covered in dark, shaggy fur with piercing yellow eyes. Lycan's massive jaws reveal sharp, glistening fangs. Its powerful claws are ready to strike as it prowls with a menacing presence, capturing the essence of a creature caught in the midst of a transformative moonlit night. Features: howling soundtrack. Lycan emits an ominous and spine-chilling howl that echoes through the night, sending shivers down the spine of all who encounter it. Dynamic movement. The animatronic moves with an agile and lifelike grace, capturing the ferocity of a werewolf mid-prowl. Illuminated eyes. Lycan's eyes glow an eerie yellow, intensifying the malevolent gaze that follows unsuspecting guests. Snarling facial expressions. The werewolf's facial features contort into menacing snarls and growls, adding a visceral touch to its fearsome persona. Interactive sensor. Lycan reacts to nearby motion, lunging and growling when approached, creating an interactive and terrifying experience. Backstory. Legend has it that Lycan the Lunar Menace was once an ordinary soul cursed by the full moon's enchantment. Now, during the Halloween season, the curse awakens, transforming Lycan into a creature of the night. Encounter Lycan at Spirit Halloween, where the moonlit atmosphere intensifies the fear as it prowls, ready to strike with feral intensity. Name: Spectral Reaper. Harbinger of Shadows. Description: the Spectral Reaper is a hauntingly majestic animatronic, standing at an imposing 8 feet tall, cloaked in tattered, flowing robes that seem to absorb the darkness. Its skeletal hands emerge ominously from the depths. The hood obscures its face, leaving only the gleam of eerie, glowing eyes to reveal the otherworldly nature of this Harbinger of Shadows. Features: swirling cloak movement. The Reaper's cloak moves with an otherworldly elegance, creating a mesmerizing and haunting visual as it billows and swirls around the animatronic. Glowing eyes. Piercing eyes radiate an ethereal light, intensifying the eerie presence of the Spectral Reaper and capturing the essence of the supernatural. Reaching skeletal hands. The skeletal hands extend forward, as if reaching for the souls that linger in the realm between life and death. Voice of the Beyond. Emitting a deep and resonant voice, the Spectral Reaper speaks cryptic phrases and ominous warnings, evoking the somber atmosphere of the afterlife. Interactive sensor. Reacting to nearby movement, the Reaper engages with a slow, deliberate turn and beckons those who dare to draw near. Backstory: Spectral Reaper, Harbinger of Shadows, is an ancient entity that traverses the veil between the living and the dead during the Halloween season. Legend has it that encountering the Reaper on All Hallows Eve signifies a connection with the mystical realm beyond. Welcome the foreboding presence of the Spectral Reaper at Spirit Halloween, where the boundary between life and death blurs into an atmospheric display of the supernatural. Name: Crimson Seraph, Lord of Eternal Shadows. Description: the Crimson Seraph is a formidable vampire animatronic, standing at an imposing 7 feet tall, cloaked in a regal deep burgundy cape that billows with a supernatural aura. This vampire lord exudes an air of timeless aristocracy, with piercing sapphire eyes that radiate an ancient wisdom. Crimson Seraph's demeanor is both captivating and intimidating. Features: sinister levitation. The animatronic appears to defy gravity, hovering slightly above the ground with a subtle and unsettling grace, embodying the supernatural prowess of a vampire lord. Illuminated sapphire eyes. Crimson Seraph's eyes glow with an intense sapphire radiance, adding an eerie and captivating element to his fearsome gaze. Bared fangs. With a sudden snarl, Crimson Seraph reveals his menacing fangs, a visual representation of the insatiable thirst for the essence of the living. Commanding voice. Emitting a deep and authoritative voice, the vampire lord speaks ancient incantations and chilling proclamations, invoking the power of the eternal shadows. Interactive sensor. Reacting to the presence of those who approach, Crimson Seraph acknowledges with a subtle turn, inviting them to enter his realm. Backstory: Crimson Seraph, Lord of Eternal Shadows, is a vampire of ancient lineage, a keeper of dark secrets and arcane knowledge. As Halloween approaches, he emerges from the shadows to reign over the mystical realm. Encounter the Crimson Seraph at Spirit Halloween, where the boundary between the mortal and immortal realms blurs, and the Lord of Eternal Shadows holds court in the spectral night. Name: Mortis the Undying Maestro. Description: Mortis is a captivating skeleton animatronic, standing at a commanding 6 feet tall, adorned in a tattered, black cloak with faded golden accents. Mortis wields a conductor's baton. The intricate design on the cloak hints at a life once rich with musical passion, now forever preserved in the spectral form of this skeletal maestro. Features: conducting motion. Mortis gracefully moves his skeletal hands in a symphony of spectral gestures, as if conducting an unseen orchestra with an eternal zeal for music. Orchestral melodies. The animatronic emits hauntingly beautiful orchestral melodies, filling the air with a spectral ambience that resonates with the essence of the afterlife. Illuminated orb. A mystical orb levitates above Mortis, glowing with an ethereal light that casts a haunting glow upon the skeletal features below. Eerie glowing eyes. Mortis's eye sockets emit an otherworldly glow, capturing the mystical energy that binds this skeletal maestro to the realms beyond. Interactive sensor. Mortis reacts to the presence of those who approach, adjusting his movements and intensifying the haunting melodies as he acknowledges their presence. Backstory: Mortis the Undying Maestro once led a grand orchestra in life and in death, His passion for music transcends the mortal coil. Each Halloween, Mortis emerges to conduct a spectral symphony, inviting those who dare to listen into the captivating world of the afterlife. Encounter Mortis at Spirit Halloween, where the music of the undead takes center stage in a haunting display of eternal artistry.